unable to connect because I went airplane mode.
Oh,
That's
we're working on it. We'll be right back.
I don't know what I'm doing.
It's dragging. It's all an experiment.
Going live. We're doing the 2 thing again. His channel, my channel.
Let's see what we get. Is it going?
I probably goofed it up. That's your notification.
It just told you that we're live
We're
from
live
this one.
on yours. Yeah.
So,
oh well. If it works, it works.
Yeah, we're doing good. We're good. Excellent. Hi, how you doing?
Hi, everybody.
Let me tilt this down because he's short.
Yeah.
There we go. You got wait. My foot. Okay, there we go.
Oh, sorry about that.
That's okay. I got another one on the other side. It just kind of curves the other way.
I won't go.
Oh, there he goes with that. So, hi guys, how you doing? Gopher, Digger, Gopher Hole at Digger's Dungeon.
Yes,
we're good. Unfortunately, really sad note. Keith can't be here. Love you, brother. Let me see. This is harder to get adjusted. This thing weighs a ton.
I think it's just this chair is so much lower than you are.
I know. I'm trying to get down here.
It's like I need a couple bookcases.
There you go. We're gonna do that. The phone, like you were talking earlier about the phone books and stuff like that. So, anyway,
your daily life.
Yeah, I know. I know it's rough. I know. I understand.
By the way, if anybody ever wonders, I am 5'1.25".
That quarter.
Hey, I'll take every little bit I can get.
Every little bit. And stuff. Don't have anything in particular specific to talk about. But since I was over here, I had to upload the video. My network is, even with the like the cold, the rain, whatever in the lines and stuff. So basically, since it's old copper dial-up lines is what I'm running off of. It's so I had to come over to do that. So we did that, and then I hadn't got to see him this week.
I got to tell you, by the way, yesterday there was a knock at the back door. Somebody was smart enough to read the sign on the front door.
Imagine that.
But so I go to the back door, and here's a guy standing there that I'd never met before or anything, never seen him before. He pulls out a card, and he's like, "Hey, I'm with Spectrum. Would you be interested in blah, blah, blah? Because I see that you have dropped us for a customer." And I said, "Well, yeah." I said, he goes, "Well, why did you drop us?" And I said, "Well, I do YouTube videos." And I said, the upload speeds were absolutely rotten with Spectrum, whereas I went to fiber optics and I said, I went from 70 or 80 meg per second to 949.
Yeah.
And he immediately shut up.
Well,
he was like, "Okay, well, here's my card in case you ever decided." And so he left me alone.
Jeff, hey, Jeff, how you doing? Yeah.
I think he realized real quick as soon as I said I upload YouTube videos, he shut down.
My upload over there is 0.43 now. It was 0.9. It's 0.43.
You cut in half from nothing. Holy cow.
So the 30-minute video that I uploaded, or 35-minute video that I upload would have been 20 hours upload time. And I come over here and I did it on yours in 15 minutes.
Wow.
So just saying. Who's out there? Oh, Foster. Hey, how you doing? You call me Go Man. I've been called Go Man, Go Rider.
Some other stuff.
Yeah, I was going to say, I was trying to figure out how to say it without being able to say it. Stuff like that. But thanks, guys. All good and stuff. Yeah, like I said, there wasn't anything in particular. There are some things coming up. Of course, Shane and Jeff's big show in February. January has the big show in Cincinnati down at the Duke Energy Center and stuff. The inside one and everything.
We went to that one last year.
Yeah, we'll have to work out particulars on if you can go this year, if you want to go and stuff like that, because there's no use in driving 3 different vehicles to go to an indoor show.
Me, you, and Keith went last year.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Yeah, I think we went in the truck. If we go this year, we'll have to go probably in the car, maybe the truck. I don't know. I'll have to see depending on the weather and stuff. I don't like taking the truck out when they're sold on the roads because it's already got bad rust areas now.
Yeah, it's a Chevy.
Yeah. I know. Hey, I know.
My car's got almost 252,000 on it. There's no rust showing. Never been garage kept.
And you run business, and you run business out of it. So
right.
You're on the road 24/7. Makes every day.
Twice a day, every day.
Twice a day, every day. That's almost better than
Yeah.
Okay. I was going to
I don't
say
know. I'd still rather have that twice a day.
what the driving?
No, the other part.
No,
The other part we weren't going to mention.
the other part doesn't pay the bills. I don't care how good you think you are. Anyway,
good point.
We are going left to center so fast.
But this is a different one. What is center tonight?
My
center is whatever we make it.
We don't have Keith here to just throw us to just be doing 90 and make a left. Again, love you, brother. I hope he's watching this and stuff. I don't know if he can be set up how to do it and stuff like that. Look, Jeff put up the big cheese.
Squirrel.
Yeah. Jeff put up the big cheese.
The big
cheese and stuff. There are, and I want to say this, but I can't say a lot of stuff. I can't give too much away and stuff, but man, there are a lot of things in the works for next season. If it all holds true and comes to fruition and stuff, there are a lot of huge events, not just regular car stuff, but huge events related to the car community, related to the family members and stuff. You know, how we consider everybody family. There are so many things coming up. I can't wait till it comes out and everything.
And you say that, but we are actually just really used to it. Yeah. But in all honesty, Dayton always has been
always
a big car culture place.
Right.
Here.
That's the thing about Ohio.
So we have a lot of big events that people really don't realize were big events.
In Ohio, we granted we have 2.5, 3 months that we basically can't do anything.
Yeah.
But in Ohio, on the rest of the time, within 50 miles, there's 150 events.
Yeah.
I honestly, if you check it out and go to the forums and say, I now belong to 32 Facebook forums for automobiles and motorcycles.
Oh, you're finally catching up.
They keep inviting me in because of...
I'm in 7 groups that are just Ford Falcon stuff.
Yeah, I know. It's just, I don't have time. As you can see with the video that I just put up, Mom and Dad's Therapy, you haven't got to see it yet.
No,
I just put it up. He was busy doing work.
I was working on a party bus.
I know. As I said, work. That's work. Your job. Yeah. Your job, other than driving people crazy. Driving people.
Back inside, though.
Yeah, there you go. It's cold out there. But there is so much going on with me and Mom and Dad, especially this week. I've had the legal stuff we're still going through with my sister, and trying to get all that straightened out and everything. And we're working on the doctor stuff, the hospital, just on and on and on. And then it was house repairs, house maintenance. And
yeah, he had some stuff delivered here the other day, and he literally stopped over and didn't even walk in the door. He I opened up the door, he grabbed his stuff and said, "Sorry, got to go. Mom and Dad's out here."
And I
got stuff to do.
I felt bad, but we were on the road, but in between transport thing. Well, the thing is, we were going right by, and you know me, I'm not going to if I can make those connections while I'm on the road, heading in that direction to save a dime. Well, actually, let's see, a dime would be like 45 cents now in gas. Used to be a dime, now it's 45 cents. Anyway,
I can fire up a van for that.
No, you can't. You can't even start it and idle it in there for that 45 cents. You'd go to touch the key, 45 cents would jump right out of the gas.
I think I put $60 in it last week, and it took it up to almost half tank.
Yeah. Well, we might be able to actually put a different harmonic balancer on there, kill 2 of the cylinders, and just make it a 4-cylinder.
Hey, it works.
It all depends on the harmonics, because once you start it, I mean, there are many cars that run that way. There used to be kits for Volkswagens for the air cooled. You
Cadillac. What they call that?
That was the
864.
The 468. Yeah,
468. It would knock off at certain speed. It would knock down to 6 cylinders.
It didn't work right.
No, it didn't work right. It had solenoids on the valve covers that actually kicked the valves open.
It still didn't work right.
No, it didn't.
It didn't work. But the Volkswagens that they had kits with harmonic balancers on it, where you could make it into a 2-cylinder, and the other 2 cylinders became an air compressor. So you could we put them on industrial machines and stuff like that. So it would run generators and whatever, and you'd have a built-in air compressor.
And why aren't they this smart anymore?
I don't know. I don't know. You can still get those kits I mean, they're still out there. It
Yeah.
takes 2 of the cylinders and turns it into an air compressor.
Probably
It's,
sounds like a Harley.
oh, it and the harmonic balancer, because of that, I mean, the flywheel effect carries it on over and stuff like that. Now, if you get it wrong, of course, it tears itself off the motor mounts because it's like all that weight. You know,
yeah, almost like a hit and miss motor.
Yeah, see, now hit and miss motors are really cool if they could do away with the miss.
I think they did.
I know. I'm making
it's called something else now.
I'm making a joke, but anyway, yeah. But no, the hit and miss motors, or the donkey motors and stuff that we used to use all the time to do stuff that run on flywheel belts. Use them all the time, except you got guys that run them that can't. Their fingers are. Yeah, they were dangerous. In some of the old factories, downtown Dayton, I'm trying to think where else. The old power plant in Midway, the downtown factories used to run with the single steam motor engine.
Yeah.
And the big flywheel effect, and they had all those belts running everywhere. Belts, and then they went to drive shafts and stuff. You
can actually still go down to Spaghetti Warehouse.
Yes, and look in there.
And they have one motor driving a huge belt that goes all through the whole establishment to run the ceiling fans.
Right. The bread factories, a lot of the industrial places like that, their air transfer for moving the air in there to keep or whatever, and the bread factories used to use that type of thing. Have you ever seen a grain fire in the air? No. It's a rolling fire. So like Ohio Granary, I'm trying to think of some of the other big industries and stuff. The dust builds up and can ignite in the air.
Wow.
And if it does, it's just like one huge fireball. So they used to build those big industrial fans with all that belt drive and all that and everything to move the dust out of there for a purification type thing and stuff. Yeah, it's really cool stuff.
Things I'm not a farm boy, so I didn't know anything about.
Dad, we had to get
that stuff.
We had to get
Dad
out here someday to talk about all of his Ohio grain, because he worked on the farm, the grain. He worked at the granary. He did all that stuff.
3 or 4 hours.
Well, that's
because once he gets talking, he will tell you every little detail.
That's because he's still living in there. Who we got? Oh, look, top water first. You ain't. He said he always wants to claim he's first, and he's not always first.
So, he says this ain't live.
Yeah, this ain't
Memorex.
Flip phone stuck in a phone booth to upgrade. No, actually, I think.
No, didn't he go somewhere this weekend?
Yeah, I think he was stuck last night in Columbus.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
He was, because I was talking to him last night, and I think he was stuck in Columbus, and I don't think he was going to be able to get back here by the time we do this, because I have to do this and then get out of here and go take care of mom and dad.
Wasn't he going to some show or something somewhere this weekend?
No.
Maybe, I don't know. Maybe that was a couple weeks ago.
I think that was a while back. That was wasn't it in Michigan or Wisconsin?
My days are
I know he went with Tony someplace, and no, Tony, he didn't buy the damn hoodie. Just saying. Who we got? Oh, hey, just Tony. Flip phones. Don't make it. What?
Flip phones switched to carrier pigeon.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, those carrier pigeons are pretty smart.
You know, they used to put those. There was a whole thing. WW2 into Korea, or was it WW1 into WW2, where they were putting pigeons in the nose cones of bombs because their guidance systems. They were actually teaching the pigeons to recognize silhouettes of arm factories.
And think that was home?
And yes, and they would peck. They were trained to peck the image, and as they pecked the image, they were fed. So they trained them to do that. So they take an aerial photograph of the armaments factory, and they put it in this array, and the pigeon would peck on the picture that they wanted to go to. Or once they learned how to do that and knew they would get food for it, they put them in the nose cones that was hooked up electronically, manual electronics, to where they would see through the nose cone, they would peck on it, and it would actually steer the bomb to that direction.
Ukraine must still be using it.
I don't know, but
because that one that landed in Poland that was meant for Russia, I think, or that was an accident.
I don't know.
They lodged one over.
I don't know.
Friends there.
I know old stuff. I don't know what happened yesterday.
Well,
I know old stuff. But anyway,
you may not want to know because this world is goofed up.
Yeah. We're still going live.
Oh well,
I don't think we are, but I think it's having issues again.
I think we're done over here.
Yeah, well,
I tried to go live on mine, and I thought I could.
It still don't want to let you out, does it?
Come on, no, I just want to close it. There, done. Forget it.
No, it's not. It's still there. I see it running. No, I don't know.
There.
No, it's gone. Anyway,
now you can't see anything.
Well, that was our how to build a better bomb in history episode. But anyway, yeah, that and then there are. I'm already getting a request for March and April events to be at certain events.
Wow.
Which is awesome. Thank you guys.
Heck yeah.
For getting that stuff to me early. Of course, things can change between now and then because dates change, right. Whatever, stuff like that. But I've already started my 2023 calendar. So March and April have a half a dozen events already in it that people have sent me requesting that I come.
We're ready
or whatever. Oh, yeah, all depending on whatever family wise, whatever happens, mom and dad, stuff like that.
This is the time of year though that I miss, that I can get the drone out and play around with it.
Now, I sent you some of that other stuff. I just
saw that.
I just
saw it yet.
Got I subscribed to 2 more of the drone sites. The guys are awesome. Of course,
Ken Heron is the best one.
Yeah. Good. But they saw my
51,
stuff.
51 drones. Also.
Yeah, 51 drones.
Yeah.
They saw my stuff and then contacted me on Facebook and asked me to go and look at their stuff, and they want to do the collabs and stuff. But a lot of the guys are in Kentucky, or one of them is West Virginia drones. I just can't make I just can't make that trip.
Well,
unless I took mom and dad, we'd have to do like a road trip thing. But dad's only good for a few miles now. We used to be able to get 150, maybe 200 miles, and then have to whatever.
So chill coffee was about it. Huh?
Yeah, that was about it. We'd have to stop and rest for many hours and stuff. But now that's about it. That's as far as he could go and stuff. But back in the day, I used to get in, drive to Florida, nonstop.
Oh yeah.
But get on the motorcycle, end up in Michigan or West Virginia or PA.
Or young. Well, I mean, I used to drive 11 hours to Wisconsin to race go-karts for Briggs and Stratton for the weekend. And I drive straight through.
Get off work Friday. By Saturday morning, I was in Michigan in the dunes.
Oh yeah, with no sleep. We drove all night.
Drove all night and fired them up. Yeah. Changed tires, got the motor ready, whatever, ready to go. But
even just a couple of years ago, I drove to Tennessee to pick up a Falcon.
Tony said he's cold. Tony did a video.
Gain some weight.
Tony did a video that Robin shared from the Kettering Cruise In.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
So did you see where his garage door?
Okay, yeah.
Where the garage door opened and he panned out and saw the snow, and her statement was roughly, "Oh, Tony, nothing stops him." Bullshit. As soon as he did that door closed. He went back in on the couch to stay warm.
I gotta watch that one. I haven't seen it.
Didn't you? Went back out on the couch to stay warm.
Now, every once in a while, Tony, he does have some neat intros every once in a while.
Oh, he does. Yeah. He does.
I mean, I know he has like the standard intro, which is the drone over the.
Well, that's the new standard. Yeah,
that's his new standard where the drone goes over the car, which is cool. But I like those ones that the garage door opens, you go, "Oh no, I don't think so," and the garage door shuts. Stuff like that.
Yeah, but it was cool. He did that, and it panned over from the cube, and as it panned over, the door went up, and it's snowing out there, and then that was the end of the video. It was a little short.
Oh, it was a short.
And Robin said, "Oh yeah, nothing stops him." He went, that door went down. He went back inside.
Couch.
The new normal. Tony goes, "Yup." But there are a lot of things coming up, and
Jeff left.
Did Jeff leave? Oh, Jeff.
So Tony must be the only one listening.
Yeah, big cheese. He's laughing. See, that's one of the things when I want to get Keith. He's got the laptop. He's got a high-speed whatever. I want him so when he is home and he can't be here, then
He's-
he could join in
he's-
and whatever.
I can tell you what his problem is. He's got a
Yeah,
fear.
really?
He's just scared he's going to screw it up and that you will have your feelings hurt because he screwed it up.
My feeling,
And
I'm
it's
not-
like, no, it don't work that way. It's computer. You're going to screw it up.
Yeah, if you screw it up, we'll just
You
I'll
screw it
redo
up
it and get it,
Reboot it and go
yeah,
start over.
I'll redo it.
That happens here.
How's that too? But I got all those. Oh, I still am taking notice that I need someone to get electronic stuff. So anybody that's wanting to recycle, repurpose, refurbish, or pick stuff up for a very cheap fee, please let me know. Yes, a live can be joined. I can do the live. I can do the StreamYard. I could do all that stuff. But for now, I just kind of.
I've seen other people do it.
Well,
I don't know how to do it, but
yeah, the stream. I can go StreamYard. I can go a third person, whatever.
Right.
YouTube used to allow us to do up to 6 people way back when. Now they on a chat in a chat room type of thing, whatever. But and then you could pair it to your channel. But they don't.
I know Ken Heron, he does stuff where he's up in the top center, and then he's got 2 visitors.
That's probably StreamYard.
But I'm not sure what he uses. But yeah, I think everybody's going through YouTube. I don't know. I don't
what do you
know
mean you don't know how? Yeah,
I
but
don't know how.
StreamYard's the quote unquote easiest per se, but that's a third party program that you run, and then it links to your channel, and then you can do whatever and stuff. Kind of as now, I just like doing this and talking to folks and whatever, because it gets a little more complicated for the moderator to run all that, and those guys that may come into your channel.
You have no control.
Right. Yeah. You can set parameters for things. You can set delays for canceling, but
it's probably gonna slip through.
As people may notice in the video, when you see the video I did in Mom and Dad's therapy session, you may notice there are some cuts there. Dad had a glitch and just went blah, 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 blah. And I went, I just told you we're on video. But anyway, and as I was bringing it over here, he goes, "You going to put that up?" I go, "That's what it was for, to let the family know, because we have so much family in Kentucky and around the state of Ohio and stuff. They don't get to see Mom and Dad, whatever, because of traveling. They're sick, Mom and Dad, whatever, they can't. So I put it up so that they can view it either on YouTube or Facebook, either one."
Well, and that's what I've tried to tell people a couple times. It's like, I think everybody should make videos. And put them on YouTube, because even if you don't really care that anybody else watches them other than your family, your family can go on and watch them at 2 a.m.
Right.
Or
whenever.
It's like watching home movies wherever you're at.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, I and I'm so busy during the summer that I don't do as many, but in the winter, I've got that. I've got several that I've shot that I'll be putting up this winter, probably 1, maybe 2 a week and stuff like that, because I'm trying to catch up on a lot of other stuff at the same time. So as we know,
never slow down.
It seems the faster I go, the farther behind
I really wish I had your energy.
I wish I had my energy. I don't have no, I don't know where you and Keith both say that. I don't understand. I am dead tired all the time.
Oh, well, yeah, I can understand that.
Dead tired.
2-3 hours a night sleep.
Yeah. Every other. Well, summer, I'm getting about 2-3 hours every night now. So I'm doing good.
Oh, man.
Well, I don't have the videos to edit, so I don't have to worry about the processing thing. I just have to, do Mom and Dad. So that's, I don't want to say easier, but it's it's not as much.
Yeah.
So once it starts back up again, where I have the editing and everything, it'll be back to the same, like, I'm all right. I'm okay. I'm fine. Copy paste. What'd I put up? That type of thing. BBB. What? Oh, triple B. Oh, wait, what? Steve. Triple B fabrication. Steve Coltice. It says, "What's up, y'all, Digger?"
He says, "Digger, your stream won't let me watch." Well, I did the first little short stream and shut it off because I was in TikTok mode instead of YouTube mode.
Yeah, vertical and horizontal. Yeah.
And then I tried to restart it, and I thought it would be a good thing to turn on the
airplane mode.
Airplane mode, because I thought, oh, that'll keep all the notifications from interrupting.
It keeps you from
It
connecting.
kept me from connecting to the internet, so it didn't work. So I just said,
so he got 2 strikes against him, and his system said no live stream.
I'll go in later and delete that out of YouTube. So
remember the stoner days when they used to do that to you? I don't know. I don't know. Not me. Who is it? Tony? Tony T. What? Top order anything?
It's a video of my
Taylor
privates.
Swift tickets for sale. Oh my gosh, the Taylor Swift. Did you hear the big thing about the Taylor Swift's tickets and whatever?
I don't understand what's going on. Do you know? I mean,
there was
something about the Ticketmaster saying they're not going to sell her tickets now or something. I didn't hear exactly why.
I thought there was a whole bunch of political and or sexual favor innuendo things going on in the background with some of this stuff.
Was she involved?
I don't know. That's the thing. That's how all these stories start, right?
Oh yeah.
I mean, that's how all this stuff starts. And then
it's called gossip, man.
Yeah. Next thing you know, Digger stands 22 foot tall when he's like, I don't know, or something like that. I mean,
I am taller when I lay down.
Yeah. when he lays on his back is what he's trying to say.
Yeah.
He just showed me what he did to the wrestle room.
He's talking about.
He's got
my bedroom.
He's got. Is that what it is? You don't sleep in there, do you?
Fleece is what it is.
Yeah. Oh, he's got fleece all the way around the walls and stuff.
Purple fleece from the ceiling to the floor on my exterior walls, and I was thinking about doing a little video about this because it's not with lights on and everything.
What you just showed me, he's got him hooked up. That's not Ziggy. That's who's that? Who do you got in the video? No. The automation.
Oh, it's an Alexa thing.
Yeah, so it's one of those automation things that he can change the lights, the mode, and do the whole disco flashing and the mood setting and whatever like that. The bed does this. Yeah, the bed does this. I start hearing 1972. Wow, chicka wow wow, but chicka wow wow.
She's a brick house.
Oh my gosh.
But what I was going to say is I put fleece from the floor for the walls not really being very insulated.
Cheap.
Windows are definitely worse than that. So I just cover everything in the wintertime. And this time covering it has averaged about 2 degrees warmer in the bedroom than normal.
I don't know. But I believe
that 2 degrees makes a huge difference to a little old guy like me.
Yeah, you don't have no
and
meat.
Plus just because heating bills are going to be stupid expensive this year.
Yeah, you get cold easy.
I do.
Yeah.
I got no meat on my bones.
No, he's
matter of fact, I mean, I really don't.
It's pretty bony.
I'll tell you, ever since that little stroke thing.
Did you lose mass? A lot of mass doing it?
God, have I ever. My arm is half the size it used to be.
Yeah.
I mean,
but we are, speaking of that, his hip, because you had that bone thing in your hip, right?
Oh my God, that one about went away. See that?
Oh, I know.
Which muscle right there.
Yeah.
Used to have it on that side too, but that one's about gone. I got this one though. Now,
the little ball.
Sit 90 degrees. Okay, 90 degrees. Okay. And look at that thing.
Look at that. I'm not going to say, but that what you're doing right there. I'm not even going to go there.
There's not many people you'll ever see that has that.
Okay, how did we go from a car channel, sort of, kind of, to all the way over here?
I don't know.
Brown chicken, brown cow. I see a chicken wing.
Oh, he's talking about my arm. The handyman.
The handyman.
I'm not that bad yet, but
the handyman can.
I probably will be by spring. I don't know.
Anyway, he has a problem with his hip. You were born with a thing in your hip, right?
Well, when I was about 12 years old, it developed.
Yeah.
It's called Perthes disease.
Yes.
And it's where your ball joint goes into your hip socket. It deteriorates.
Yeah.
And it goes away.
Yeah. And now you're just kind of flopping loose in there.
I had a brace. It grew back. At a young age while you're still in your little growth spurt. The bone grew back. But they took me off the brace too early. And when I started walking on it again, had to learn how to walk after 2.5 years. but it crushed the top of it.
Oh,
because they took me off too early and the bone wasn't hard enough yet.
Probably
so
don't
now
have
my
any,
bone looks like my fist.
Right. You don't the cartilage is all non-existence in there too. That's
Well,
probably why
yeah.
a lot of the pain and stuff like that.
That leg has, since I was 12 years old or whatever, that leg has been at least a half inch shorter than the other leg.
Yeah. No, it's your left leg?
It is my left leg.
Yeah, that's what when they took the 5-pound tumor the first time out of my leg and stuff like that when I was 5, it killed that leg. So yeah. I mean, I can understand that. You kind of walk and you turn.
I learned how to walk again and everything was fine. But they did tell me that, by the time you're 30, you're going to have, a hip surgery done.
Oh, wow.
Well,
you're way over that.
I made it to almost 56. And just this year, it's been acting up.
Yeah. So anyway, that long story to this.
Yeah, sorry.
We are still looking for old scooters that may or may not have issues, the little electric scooters and stuff like that, 2-wheel, 4-wheel, 96 wheels, I don't care. So if you've got one that you're just wanting to get rid of that has issues, just let him know because we'll get him something to repair it. We'll figure out between the two of us we ought to be able to fix stuff. Come out of there with a big block 427.
No, it would have a Ford motor in it.
Oh, 426. Sorry.
4.6.
Oh, you want to go really new. You want to go
5.0? Yeah.
My God.
Put 5-speed in it.
You could put just the 4. What was the 4-cylinder they put in those little Mustangs? The 2.3s? Yeah, so you could put that in with a small turbo, just a small Ray J turbo and stuff and go with that.
Honestly, you wouldn't even need a turbo.
No. Anyway, if anybody's got any, let us know. He's got the van. He'll come and pick it up and stuff. And I don't care. I really don't care what shape it's in because we can
even if it's just parts. If we collect enough parts from here and there, we can put something together.
Frame is the most important thing. If it has wheels, that's even better. It doesn't really necessarily have to have a motor or transmission. Yeah, we can find something. So we just need something to start with. All right, see you, Tony. Bye. Well, the party.
I just noticed he said Digger looks shorter on video. It's because I am.
Like, what is it? What's the hand Digger, the handyman? That question. Hey, guys. Okay, what's your question? Bye. Oh, the party's over because Tony's gone. So, but we'll limp along. We'll try and maintain without him. So, Steve, what was the question? I'm sorry, buddy. Neither one of us can really see this very well. So.
That's the one thing I try to do on all my computers and everything is bump the text up.
So you can say, I probably could do it here, but my luck, I'd screw it up and then we'd really be in trouble.
Well, I finally discovered that whenever you send me a text and it's a good long paragraph or whatever, I would click into it and to read the whole paragraph, it gets really small on the screen. After all this time, I just figured out that if I do the 2-finger pull away, it zooms it up. I just figured that out. I used to be up on technology.
Yeah, well, So. I had to stop at a phone store because Mom's phone quit working. It locked up because the onboard
it was froze up. Full.
Right. The onboard storage was full. We hers that they may not be around for too much longer to be able to be supported and stuff. Anyway, so we put an SD card in it years ago, and I got mine to where it would store over to the SD card, but you can only put up to a 16 gig SD cards in them. They come with 16 gig on board, but you're using up 9 of that 16 for apps and whatever. And they're not intended to be whatever. Anyway, we went in there and stuff like that. Dude went in to a special place on these phones, paired it to his $3,000 work phone, got in, opened it up, and I go, well, I didn't see any of that. He goes, well, you wouldn't. And I'm going, I love service techs that know what they're doing.
That's rare.
I know this guy had been working at that particular place for, I think he said 7 or 8 years.
Wow.
So, he says, well, I'm usually pretty good with these phones. And I go, well, I worked in computers for since '82, and I can't figure this one out. And I couldn't. But he had the codes to unlock the service file.
You have all the technology in the world for the old stuff.
For 1995.
He has all the technology in the world for the new stuff.
Yes. Well, he had the pass key to come in the back door, which I would never have had. but he paired it to his phone, unlocked it through his passkey, and got right into the software. All those softwares have backdoor passkeys. Everything does.
Yeah, I'm sure.
That's why people go, "Oh, this is impervious," whatever. See, no, it's not.
Nothing is.
But once they're in, they can rewrite the entire thing. That's why I like Linux. That's why I really like Linux. And even back when I was doing Mac all those years ago for the older Macs and everything. But Mac won't give you any help. Mac, the company, won't give you help at all. A lot of their ex-employees will. Just like Microsoft, a lot of the ex-Microsoft employees will give you a lot of help. But they're writing new code every year to lock you out and stuff. But anyway, so we got that. We got it. We got a lot moved over. She now has 4 gigs free, so she can go ahead and continue to use her phone. But they said next year or whatever it's going to be. So
what did they do with the stuff they took off?
Oh, and moved it to the SD card, which we could never get it to move anything to the SD card. That's the reason we put the SD cards in both our phones 7 years ago, so that we could have the stuff to move over. Because these phones, you cannot plug them in and remove anything from that to another device through the hard line or Wi-Fi. It's locked. It only goes and remembers. You can't pull any pictures and stuff off unless you have it on the SD card.
Anybody has any newer cell phones?
No, we're good. no, we're good. We're good. Everything's good. We're good and all that stuff. It's just that's the way they designed that phone. Basically, it was you use, and the batteries and those are non-serviceable, so you can't replace the batteries. They're built in.
You can't.
And her battery, she'll charge it, turn it on, set it down, do a few texts. By the end of the day, it's totally flat.
Yeah.
Mine, even though it's older, is still doing better. It will stay up all day long.
And I'll tell you, there's a thing about cell phone batteries. You are not supposed to just put them on the charger whenever you want.
Right.
I did that on my previous phone, which I still use as an alarm around the house.
Yep.
But I can't leave that phone off the charger for more than one day. Otherwise, it is plumb dead and gone. I burnt the battery out of it. So my new phone, I don't charge it until I'm down to 5%.
Right.
And then I charge it all the way up.
Well, it's just like the scooter batteries. There are a lot of scooter batteries. They have to be cycled. A lot of laptop batteries, they have to be cycled unless you run them down to 2 minus whatever percent to where they actually go into shutdown mode and then do a full 18-hour charge. Not a charge that says, oh, I'm at 100% in 4 hours. Let it run 18 hours. That way it tops it off and it will reset the memory of the older system batteries.
Yeah,
some
of the
newer
batteries don't have a memory.
Some of the newer ones and stuff don't have that issue, but some of
But the newer ones, if you don't charge them correctly,
yes,
you'll burn them out fast.
If you don't use the right charger, there are also software programs that are running in the background that are designed that after 2 or 3 years that will rewrite the code on the battery and tell it that no, you are full when it's not full. So people think that it's wearing out and not lasting as long. And that's to me, that's deception. But that's how it's written. Now, there are some of the rechargers that actually have software in those that are telling, no, you are not full. Let me continue to charge you. But those chargers are like $100, $150. But if it saves you $150 to $1,000 on a new phone,
that's just like my DJI battery. They said buy this other charger. It's only $28 or whatever. It is a smart charger.
Right.
It knows how much to charge them and shut them off. It also knows when to discharge them. So like in the wintertime, when I'm not using the drone, I need to leave those batteries plugged into that, and they will cycle those batteries. They'll drain them and they'll pump them back up. And they'll do that to keep them in working order.
Some of the scooter batteries,
the DJI's factory,
some of the scooter batteries only have so many cycles in them. That's the way that the safety pack is designed. There's no way to get around that. So you need to run them until they go to where your scooter doesn't move anymore, because you're only going to get, let's say, 500 cycles. Whether the batteries are bad or not.
Yeah, if you're at 80% and you plug it in, there goes a cycle.
There goes a cycle.
Yeah.
So you're only going to get, because it's built, designed, and whatever, and there's no way around it. The only way around it is to disassemble the entire pack and rebuild them, take the batteries, each cell out, and test them to make sure they're 0.03 or whatever, either way,
Wow.
0.03 high or low,
That's
because
more
they
than
have
most
to be
people
low.
even have the technology.
Yeah,
to
I
do.
know, I know. Well, I've got a whole bunch of shit to report that I'm working on, because
I'm good at tearing shit apart.
because the scooter batteries are now $700 for the triacs. My 2 triacs, my sister's old one, and my real old one that's very old, is $700 for it. They were 500. They're now 7 because of all this stuff going on. And I can't. So what I'm doing is I'm trying to find equivalents in the e-bikes, because the e-bikes have a higher amperage hour draw. So they have what you would call grunt. They've got a higher end grunt. So when you go to take off, it's got all that grunt, because you're trying to turn a big wheel on a sprocket with uphill in the dirt, carrying a full
kind of like uncapping the headers.
Yeah. So you got better flow, basically. So there's better flow through it. So what I'm trying to do is figure out how to get one of those and convert it over. Well, when I started this whole process, they were only $250 for that battery, which should last equivalents of 25 miles like the other batteries would last.
Yeah.
But now they're even going up. So they went from 250 almost up to 500 for the e-bike battery. So I'm thinking I need to really purchase one soon to finish. It's all in theory right now. I've done a lot of research to try and find out what I needed to hook up and how I needed to hook it up. Because if I do it wrong, I only get one chance. It'll just go.
20 or 30 years from now, hopefully we can just take them somewhere and switch them out for
20 or 30 years from now. I hope, and I really hope, instead of everybody trying to do all this electrical stuff, they understand about the hydrogen cells, because you can take a hydrogen cell that big. Of course, the equivalency of the energy release is as big as a bomb, but a hydrogen cell that big, and use it to produce electricity for miles and miles and miles and miles. And then that spent hydrogen cell can be regenerated and put back in, because its waste product will only be water vapor,
right,
instead of whatever. But you can produce electricity off of that hydrogen cell.
I forget who it is, but one of the major car manufacturers,
Nissan and Toyota both have hydrogen cars.
A hydrogen car now, that's available to the public,
and it's close to the internal combustion engine because of what it's doing, but the byproduct is only vapor, is water vapor
out of your pipe.
So in actuality, if you look at the math, those are actually better than trying to do the whole Tesla cell battery car electric stuff. Well, I mean, it really is. But
I guess at SEMA, there was a 4x4 out there that the battery smoked. Okay. But they said it was the best thing that had the best thing for a bad situation. The quad was inside the building. They realized that it had smoke rolling out of the battery. They pushed it outside for 4 hours. All it did was smoke. It did not flame, because it's some kind of a new battery that's what they were trying to advertise and sell in the booth.
Right.
But obviously the battery went bad while it was in the booth. Yeah. It wasn't planned, but it did get to show everybody that these new batteries do not burst into flames. All they do is vent and smoke out.
Still toxic. It's still, whatever.
But there's no big flame stuff like Teslas.
I still, if I had a vote, which who cares what and I don't care what I mean, is the hydrogen. I honestly, I think it's better, because you're looking at that much capacity. Still can go big boom.
Yeah.
But that much capacity to run.
Well, and there have been street ride guys and stuff out in California that have been switching over to hydrogen cars for
different types.
Hydrogen and propane and different stuff.
Well, we used
out in California there.
We used propane in the 50s, 60s, and 70s for fleet vehicles. So there at Hopkins, we had we converted over a bunch of propane gas power cars to propane. Mileage efficiency.
That's the same thing as CNG,
right?
Which
natural gas.
You'll notice a lot of RTA buses and stuff like that says CNG on them and stuff, and those are alternate.
You just don't get the mileage because of the BTU. You don't get the same energy transfer. You don't get quite the mileage you get on gasoline or stuff like that.
Yeah, well,
and if you rupture one of those tanks, but my gosh, those tanks. I mean, they're an inch and a half to 2 inches thick. They don't have to be that big. They can hide them in frame rails.
Well,
Their weight, you can distribute the weight good because you can place them in vehicles.
on the RTA, on the big RTA buses, you notice in the very top there's a humped up section.
Right.
That's actually where the cylinders are.
They figured that was the safest place to be instead of ground level where things could happen. Because how often do you see one of those puppies roll over?
If they vent, it just vents out the side. And, yeah. It might shoot flame ball out for a second.
Hey, actually, we circled around from the bedroom back to cars.
Transportation.
Now the price of water is going. Listen, everything's
going up, man.
They're already charging us for water. I mean, I remember the first time I saw bottled water, and you had to pay for something that was bubbly. Remember, old farm guy, okay? We would drink out of cistern wells, rainwater wells and stuff. You just swish the bugs off.
I was raised on drinking out of water hoses.
Yeah, you switched off the bugs and whatever stuff. I do understand that we have a lot more
special taste to it.
Yeah, doesn't it though? A lot of the oil places that have oil rigs and stuff, like and people, where is it? People's or. Anyway, on the other side of Columbus, there's different places and stuff that have oil where they drill for oil and stuff, and they do get leaching into their springs, so you do get a slight taste. But they have filtration systems for that and everything. But I mean, when I first saw it, now I think they pump diseases into all the water fountains. Well, I think they do it. Yep.
I'm not going to Walmart paying more for water.
It's crazy.
I'm a tap water man. Yeah, actually, we used to live in a house that had a well system.
Yeah, that's what we've got out there.
I despise that water when we moved in there. By the time I moved out of there, I missed it so bad.
Yeah, you drink anything else.
Flavor to it.
Yeah. Yeah. You drink anything. Well, that's why the water in Tennessee is so, oh my gosh, because it all comes through the limestone there and stuff like that.
I'm sure that's great tasting.
Oh, it's beautiful tasting. It's the artesian limestone, artesian well water and stuff like that. So that's pretty cool. Well, we got. I know it's boring. How long have we been doing this? But
hello, but you got 4 people watching.
Yes, water
is
more expensive. You can get the 3-liter bottles of pop for $1.
Not anymore.
Well, no.
It's $2.79 for a 2-liter, 2-liter
right
of Mountain Dew. Now it's $2.79.
Okay, you are correct, but you could get it for $1, which is cheaper than getting a bottle this size of water.
Oh yeah,
for $1.
Well,
I know it's changed recently.
A 2-liter is $2.79. Go to the gas station. This 20-ounce is $2.50.
That's because markups in the smaller chains and stuff. Yeah, they do less volume, so they have to charge more.
Call me cheap, but I go up and I buy 8 2-liters a week, and then I refill these. Because it's a way cheaper.
Well, that's what I do.
As much Mountain Dew as I drink, it's cheaper to buy it in bulk.
Yeah, with my Powerade and stuff, I always reuse the bottles and stuff. Of course, my mouthwash bottle, that's famous.
Yeah.
Everybody goes, because the top looks like a vodka bottle.
It doesn't look legit.
Yeah. The top looks like a vodka bottle, but that's an old generic mouthwash bottle that fit perfectly in my holder there. Perfect shape.
If it works, why change it?
And
I probably would have changed the label on it.
No, I thought it was great. It kind of wore off.
Well, now it's like Mini Pearl's,
the price tag.
Price tag. It wouldn't be Gopher if it didn't have the label.
They equate mouthwash and stuff, but it's starting to wear off pretty bad stuff. But I take that. All I have to do is put hot water and a couple drops of bleach in it every now and then, chlorine. Rinse it out, let it dry. I switch to the other bottle after I use that one for a week. And I just switch them out. So, and refill them. And then I put in my dissolvable herbs and stuff, my enzymes for my liver and all that and everything. Because I can't drink soda pop because of the caffeine and the chemicals. Especially the diet stuff. Yeah, there is some chemicals in there that really affect my liver really bad.
Well, Diet Pop's got that.
Look, there's 30 in it. Yeah, see,
aspartame is bad for you as anything, and I drink
Which
way too much of it
it's
already.
hard on your liver and your kidneys filtration system, anything that has to filter and stuff like that.
Yeah, aspartame's bad stuff.
You know what, man? I use a Coke bottle for a week, just pitting sweet tea in it. Pitting sweet tea in it. Yeah. Well, I make tea, but the problem is when they do the dehydrated tea, they use chemicals when they do that to make it into the powder, so it's instant tea, and those have an effect. So really, tea bags are the best.
He said tea bag.
Tea bag. Here's me. Here's the gutter. Here, way down here is Digger. Just his mind. But yeah, they soak in those. But yeah, but tea in itself is hard and has caffeine, so I have to be cautious with that and everything. But boy, I used to drink. We used to make we had big glass containers of sunbrew tea. We cut the stumps off in the field, put them out there, fill them up, put in
my mom was big.
59 tea bags, come back at the end of the day, and that would be.
My mom knew exactly how much sugar to put in, just how many tea bags to use, and how many hours to leave that jar sit out there.
It's good. It's good stuff.
Well, and nowadays I'll go to what is it? Cane's.
Yeah.
And Raising Cane's.
Raising Cane's.
And their sweet tea is some of the best around. It tastes just like mama's. I do like their sweet tea. And I'm not big on sweet tea from normal places because I don't know, something about.
Well, they use corn syrup instead of sugar. You know, it's just like anything out. They said, oh, sugar's bad. We'll use all these derivatives of corn and whatever stuff. Like now that stuff's bad. And I always hearken back to one of the first things I can remember when they were depleting the woods, saying, oh, paper bags kill the world. Go to plastic. We're going to save the world with paper bags.
Yeah, now plastics is.
Now plastic be the devil.
Yep.
Plastic be the devil. And they're going, go paper or hemp bags. You wouldn't let us grow hemp on the farm because it was illegal. Ever since, what was it, 18, whatever, when they outlawed hemp. Hemp farms used to be money makers.
Well, yeah, that's good stuff.
1900, whatever. And then the 1920s, when they did the whole reefer thing and whatever, and they outlawed hemp, which, oh my gosh, now they're going back. You can make clothes out of hemp, medicine out of hemp, fuel out of hard and liquid fuel out of hemp.
Dang. Well, now it's finally legal again.
Well, it's legal-ish.
Well, I mean, as far as I know, it's legal.
Well, it's legal-ish for certain consumption, but then you have to have a license to. Giant testicles? Steve, are you all right, brother? I mean, I know you've never really been all right. You know?
Scuba Steve.
Scuba Speed Steve.
Yeah.
You got to get them all in there. Oh, wait. Scuba Speed
T-sickle.
Chicken. What was the chicken he was doing? Was it Super Chicken? Who was it?
What was the chicken's name?
Yeah, Steve. What was the chicken you had? So it's Scuba Speed, some chicken name, Steve. Did you hear the reply? I said, boy, you got all those costumes like it. And I said, I don't know how you Crystal puts up with it. And he goes, she likes me to dress up.
Yeah, I bet. Super Chicken.
Was it Super Chicken?
Well, it says right there, so it must be right.
Excuse me a moment. Wham! Yeah, Super Chicken.
Ain't no lie, it's right from the chicken's mouth.
Steve. Scuba Steve. No. Scuba Steve.
Scuba Super Duper Chicken.
Speed. Steve Scuba Steve. That guy.
Steve Super Duper Chicken Steve.
Yeah, that yippers.
Super Duper Chicken.
But anyway, so. Well, we've covered just about everything that no one's ever really wanted. We still got 3 people just. I think maybe a couple of them fell over by now.
You guys are my heroes.
You rock. You rock. This strange guy. Laugh out. Yeah. We still got to come up with a good name for Keith. We can't do flip phone. He wants to do the smart guy because he has a smartphone now.
Oh, okay, I get it.
I think we should do Camaro something like Camaro 2030. You know, the Camaro dude, Camaro guy. Have Camaro.
Well, that
no Mustangs.
Camaro Keith.
Oh, that's good. That'd be Camaro Keith. That'd be good. We are still looking for the wheel accents. The strange guy. The Camaro, the accents for his wheel wells and stuff. So we're looking for those that don't take up too much space. I've found several of them, but they tend to want to be too expensive.
Keith Smart, private eye.
That's kind of funny. Instead of Maxwell Smart,
yeah, I was
Keith
just.
Smart.
It took a second to click in.
Oh, did it?
Yeah. Like,
I smelled that.
Maxwell
I smelled it burning there for a second.
I bet you did.
Yeah, hear it. Push it on the clutch, Digger. Push it on the clutch.
You got to double clutch that thing.
We never did one. And I might reenact that to try and do some of that, but we don't have the TV to run in the background anymore. But we could.
It's just out in the garage right now.
Oh, is it? We could fix something up. The movie thing, because I've still got a whole bunch of car movies.
Yeah, we had a bunch of ideas at this time last year we never fell through with.
They fell through. We never followed through.
That's
down here. The oxygen doesn't rise, anyway. But no, that's the problem. We had that. I mean, because I've got a bunch of those that just need to have it set up behind us so that we can see it and they can see it.
I even just cleaned out that room, as I was telling you, and I ran across
scoop shovel.
Not only an old DVD player, but a DVD burner. And I also have a VHS player.
You mean a standalone DVD burner?
It has, well, yes, it's a single DVD.
It's not a computer burner. It's a standalone. So,
it's standalone. Yep. It'll play regular DVDs.
Yep, those are good.
It will also record DVDs.
Yep.
Sweet. And I have two of those that are identical. I bought for buses for many.
I've got
for a different purpose.
A couple of repeaters that are copiers that have like 6 to 9 DVD trays in it that you can swap and rid of. Yeah. But there's no need for them anymore.
Like I say, I've got, so we can record DVDs, we can play DVDs, and we can also play VHS, which,
you've got a collection of VHS.
I have collections of Vincent Price VHSs.
Yep, there you go. Yeah, so we could do those.
I didn't even realize I still had that equipment.
Yeah. We just, it's easy to hook up. Like I said, just hook my laptop up, or even depending on the phone, you could pair the phone to a lot of TVs, Snoop TVs, and just cast it right off of there.
True.
But I can bring over on digital format on USB keys, and we can. Will that TV play off of a USB key? Does it have a selection?
So.
Just plug the USB key in and it'll play off of it.
It will.
Yeah, because I think it's a newer TV.
Yeah.
So I mean, I could.
Roku TV.
Yeah, I can bring one of those over and stuff like that, and we can do the videos. Of course, YouTube's going to be, you can't do that, but it's done all the time for, what do they call it? It's fair play under the rules and regulations for educational discussion and or whatever. It can't be for
enjoyment.
right. Yeah. It can't be for profit or whatever and stuff like that. But
I know there's some way around it because there's guys out there doing
it. Right. That's why
are making money doing it.
That's why the long list of credits that I put up at the end of almost all of my videos where I use anything, I tell them, this is not mine. I don't own it. Please, it's theirs. And I give them all their props and whatever. But no, I mean, there's different things. I mean, I could bring that over and we could watch and discuss and talk. And as it's running, because people do that all the time. They have channels that do first time view, or they'll say trailer park boys view, first run of Apollo space mission, whatever, and they'll sit there and see it and talk about it and see it and talk about it. Boy, we could go.
Well,
we could go off the rails.
I don't think it would matter if we had Christine playing in the background. If we're talking while it's playing, if there's no sound to that, they can't hear that.
But I've been striked before for images. I'm
still learning about these YouTube stuff.
I have been striked before for images. And remember, I told you I took a picture of a Jaguar car and I got a strike because they said you can't do that.
Even though he took the picture.
I took the picture.
Personally took the picture.
So I had to go find another picture that I didn't take, and I used it, and they let it go. YouTube bots, you rock. Not. Anyway, who we got?
Make Digger be Duffy the dog. Say, I'm Digger the dog.
I do have that program, but it only worked with one. They sell them where they can do the whole facial recognition thing where you're talking as an alien or a skull or a dog. That's the one I use on the dog, but you can only do it one person. Yeah. Actually, it's on this computer now, but I can't use it on YouTube. It only lets me do it through their chat client. It won't let me use it on this. And I don't want to spend $150 for the program that allows me to do it on any.
He said you could pass for Dr. Creep.
Oh, thank you. I take that as a compliment. Actually, my sister.
Only thing I've ever thought is the obvious, which I know he doesn't like.
What's that? Santa Claus?
Yeah. He's the dark Santa.
It's not that it's Satan Claus. Listen, when my sister was alive, I used to get gifts all the time from Satan Claus. You know how all the other family members get, oh, here's a gift from Santa Claus for you. I got one from Satan Claus almost every. My sister was she was. I miss her, man. I swear, it's just.
Well, you could have said, well, it doesn't say Satan Claus; it says Satin Claus.
No, it was
like you have Satan Claus.
No, it was Satan Claus. Yeah, but anyway, I miss her so much, man. It's rough. Now I'm sad.
Yeah, well,
it happens. I know.
Unfortunately, it does.
Anyway,
from a family of 6 down to
two.
There's 2 of us left.
So I know. Have you decided about Thanksgiving yet?
I don't know yet. Haven't heard anything out of my sister yet.
Well, check with her.
But she'll probably wait until a day or 2 before. Oh, by the way,
show up. Too late. Got plans. Well, let me know because you're welcome.
Not a problem. Well, like I say, depending on the times, I could do both.
Yep.
So,
and if you let us know ahead of time, we can work around it. You know how that goes. We can work around it because that would be Thanksgiving Day.
Yeah.
We have a family thing that we have to do the day before Thanksgiving. But, so you could always come over and just watch Keith destroy an entire ham by himself. Love you, brother.
By the way, everybody, sorry about our heads being all washed out.
Yeah, well,
we've got one big super bright LED light in here, and that's all. Usually I have some other lights out here, but I kind of installed those in the van for Halloween, and I haven't removed them yet.
I'm recharging my solar 6 panel.
Oh, that's what we're doing.
I don't know. That's what all the old graybeard bikers tell me all the time. I had my solar 6 panel.
Never heard it before, but it works for me.
Yeah. Hey, I never doubted him because I didn't want him to prove it. Just saying.
Good point.
I'm just saying. I believe you, brother. But anyway, I'm going to have to. Already got milk, chocolate, turkey, candy, and candy. Well, we might have to make a.
The way you read it was wrong.
What?
You got to read that. He's already got his milk chocolate turkey, not milk chocolate and turkey. He's talking. He got a turkey that's made out of milk chocolate, and he's got candy.
It must be a pitching thing. There's like what, 4 of you out there in pitching? 4? Wait a minute. Hear a gunshot? What do you say? There's a gunshot. 3. Is it a slow night out in the big blue barn there, Steve? 3, 1 went to Salem.
No,
Selma? Oh, who moved to Selma? Did Mark move to Selma? My goodness. Mark drives the Cougar, the big black Cougar.
Oh,
That awesome!
God,
Oh
it's a
my
beautiful
God,
beautiful car.
Oh man, we're all sitting around waiting for a reply from Pitch in Ohio.
What's Selma though? Is that
Selma's just down the old Selma comes right out of Springfield.
Well, no, okay, I knew that, but I'm
Yeah.
saying, is there a city over there called Selma or something?
Oh, Mark is in the burbs, so he's kind of only half pitching. I didn't know pitching had burbs. I thought it was just pitching.
I don't even know what pitching is.
You don't know where it is? Okay,
I've never heard
so
of
you
it.
got these two roads that cross
I mean,
like
you're talking
this.
about
No.
pitching?
You got these two roads that cross like this, just out there south of Springfield.
Okay.
Ish.
Yeah.
So you got these two roads that cross like this. There's a wet spot here, and there's a big blue barn right there. That's pitching. It's kind of like,
maybe that's why I've never noticed it.
it's kind of like Midway. You run all the way to the end of 675. When you hit the swamp, you're home. Oh man.
I had never heard of pitching. No, I've probably driven past it and blinked and missed it.
Hey, Steve, I got to bring him out someday. Okay. Well, I don't know. Well, I'll contact you and we'll have to run out there. You got to run out and see Steve's shop.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, it's sweet. Well, you can see it on my videos, but it's cool to go out and watch him. When he fires up the plasma cutter, it's like a disco party for mechanics. It's just like, and he's got a Selma is south of pitching. Okay, yep.
Okay,
Oh, where Wyatt's from. Oh, okay.
Say, I'm a Huber Heights boy, so I ain't never heard of no little Selma and pitching. I've heard of Selma Road. I didn't know there was a Selma.
Well, Selma Road
place.
goes through pitching. No,
I've heard of Selma.
Anyway,
Selma.
and then it goes. Then Selma, the place is
or Semla. Is it
Selma.
Is it really Is it Selma or is it Semla?
Oh, he has a gas heater now. Woohoo! No more burning. Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
But no, he's got some cool old machinery. His dad and brother and them, they picked up some old machinery and stuff. And did you get it from IH? I think it was. Did you get it from IH and some of the other big machine shops? Listen, there used to be the machine shops that were in when IH was big and thriving, and even before that, when a lot of the train and milling places were in Springfield. Some of the machines they're 2.5 stories tall. These big presses and stuff. Oh my gosh! And they sat outside for years before they even get anybody to come out and cut them up and whatever. And I just cried. Some of the big old German-made machines. He says, "Bring it on out. I got it. Gas heat now." I'm not.
That's only $5 a gallon.
I know, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure whether he's talking about lighting his farts or not. It's Steve. You don't. You really don't know.
I'd watch that from a distance. I've never seen it in person.
Really? Oh, dude, we used to go to the graveyard. We used to go to the graveyard. Okay, so off of 40, and I don't want to give out the exact thing because I don't want anybody to go, oh, so that's what happened out there. I don't want anybody to get in trouble. But
almost Donaldsville.
Yeah.
Okay, so I know where you're talking
way to the back. With the old monuments, whatever.
Yeah.
We used to go out there with a couple gallons of ice cream, a couple of cases of root beer, no alcohol back at that time. Well, there was other stuff, but dude, they would get out there and the stuff that went on, the light farts and burnt this. But anyway,
that's digger heat.
That's digger heat or light and farts.
Maybe.
All right. I still got 2 guys watching. I can't believe that their lives are just empty.
It's not empty. It's full of us. At least right now. He seems that for now.
For now. There he goes for now. So, all right, guys. I am going to have to go. I got to get back to mom and dad, get dad's medication, get him taken care of and stuff. Again, the video that I put up about mom and dad's therapy and stuff, that was basically for family and friends and whatever. I will be putting up more of that.
Explain yourself.
I know. It's called a recap.
Okay.
I will be putting up some more of the stuff. We may, if we can get to where I can get out here once a week, we may start doing the video thing. I have a lot of things for advertisement to cut. Oh, the film that I bought to cut for the t-shirts, to start producing the t-shirts, the first ones I bought was the cheap stuff, and it gummed up all the machine, everything. So this next stuff was regular Oracle stuff, which is the really good high whatever.
Don't tell me it did the same thing.
No, I put it in, fed the machine, started to roll, and as it run, I wondered where all this material was coming. Cardboard, bits and pieces of shredded this, whatever. And in the roll that I paid all that money for, on both sides, is just coated with debris from their warehouse.
Oh my God.
So it's rolled up into here. So I have to unroll the entire, and you know how rough that is. I have to unroll the whole thing and take an anti-static swab and wipe down both sides of it, because it got all in the rollers and everything. And I'm going, why? Why? Listen, if you pay
Quality control.
I know, if you pay 3 times the price for crap that doesn't work, and you pay 3 times the price for the highest quality that you can find, and quality control sucks, come on, man. And trust me, if I could find an American manufacturer,
it's literally no joke when you say they just don't make anything the way they used to.
Yeah, and they don't care.
No,
they don't care, because where else are you going to go? They've got us by the short hairs, brother.
Yep.
They have us by the short hairs. And I had so much high, and trying not to get political again, I had so much high hopes for this voting thing, and it kind of worked, but it didn't.
Kind
of. It's right on the fence. It's closer.
The one thing I will say about the mid-year elections this year, it seems like every single one of them was almost a 50-50 split.
Yeah.
They say, oh, the country's divided. No kidding, it's divided like 50-50.
Yeah. Maybe they learned from the crazy one-sided stealing. I'm not saying it happened. I'm just saying, this is just theoretical. The crazy one-sided stealing, and saying, well, let's make it real close, but still be okay. Maybe they're learning.
I don't know.
I don't think they could. They're
greedy
SOBs. Anyway, so I'm still working.
Funny though. I mean,
funny in a sad, funny,
odd.
Yeah, funny.
Like, it seems like those elections were every one of them seemed like they were so close, unless it was a landslide.
Yeah.
There were a couple of those, but most of them were. Oh, this one got 51. He got 49.
Yeah.
How much closer can you get?
Again, not trying to be political here, because I don't.
No, I'm just stating facts.
But from observations.
Yeah.
Stating an observation. But anyway, so I still am working on all of that stuff. I was able to pick up a few hats, like 12 hats. I got them because it was like a closeout thing. So I got $20 hat for $5.
Cool.
So that was good. So I've got 10 of those. 12 of them. 10 of them. I think
you said 12 and then you said 10. And I thought,
yeah, I'm trying to remember.
2 for himself.
I'm trying to. Well, actually, you get one, I get one, Dad gets one. Got to right off, and then I have other people that's already basically paid for it once I can get. But I that's why I was calling you about the heat transfer stuff.
Yeah,
because I have to put that machine together. I don't even know if that works yet or not, because it was such a debacle trying to get it when it got lost.
Yeah,
it got lost, and then they charged $100 more, basically because they lost it. I'm trying to remember what it was.
I don't remember.
Yeah, it was $100 more because.
Oh, to buy it the second time?
Right.
Yeah.
Because they lost the first one, so they got $100 more and said you may or may not get the one you ordered. I honestly don't even know if it's the one I ordered, because I was so crazy about that.
Have you even opened the box yet?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Just checking.
I am so tempted to go to the warehouse and pull everything out of the warehouse and go to my old machines that I was trying to not do, because the wear and tear on me physically would have been way too much. And I didn't want to ask you or Keith or somebody else to do that, because, I have it back there from years ago. But then again, it's so old, it would probably need rewired, rebelted, the new heating element. So
yeah,
the cost would have been,
I'm in the
not
same
worth
boat. I've got a computer sitting back here that I refuse to get rid of because I swear somebody's going to be able to figure out how to get all my information back off the hard drive that crashed.
There are people, but the price,
I know.
like I said, if your controller and or motor is dead, that has to be,
There's
so the
probably
platters,
multiple items in
right?
that thing
So
that's
the
dead.
platters have to be physically removed, and that has to be done in a pristine 0-1 clean room. You just can't. I've seen guys open
I have
them.
hard drives from another computer
Right.
that are in Ziploc bags.
Anti-static bags?
No, just Ziplocs.
If
I
they're
figured
old
it's better
computers, you really need them in anti-static bags. The newer ones aren't as sensitive, but the old ones with the multiple platters. Anyway, so they can pull the platters out. That needs to be done in a clean room. I've seen it done in shops. I've seen it done in garages and people, whatever. But the longevity, one speck of dust inside that, on that platter between, because it's 1/1000th the thickness of a human hair that reader rides off the top of that platter for your ones and zeros. Okay. Your arm particles, your ones and zeros, your stand-ups, your laydowns. This is what I used to do for a living. It's just, you can't get them dirty. I mean, I've seen guys do it just for shits and giggles, just to do it because they could, but
I'd say that computer might go a little dirty on the inside.
There are places that do work for the base that will do that, but it starts at $2,800, $2,800 just to crack it, to pull that off.
The amount of photos, videos, and just other documents for the business that I had on that computer, even though they're old now. Still love to have.
Well, all the software programs you told me, all that stuff and everything. Yeah. So I mean,
Photoshop 5.
If it was just the controller, we can go and try and purchase another hard drive that matches the same series with that controller, and we could swap out controllers and see if we can get it to fire up. But I believe the last time I looked at it, there was no response feedback from your motor either. So the controller's bad and the motor's bad too. They won't even spin up.
Combination of multiple things.
So it has to be taken apart.
I have hopes and dreams though.
Me too.
I was referring to the getting info off those.
I went back to Joan Jett.
Yeah.
Or John Jett. I don't care. Back then I was like, I actually had girlfriends just freak out on me because a song would come on. I go, shut up. And just listen to her song.
You mean Joan Jett?
Joan Jett. Joan Jett. I really liked her. Yeah. There were several other ones too. So
she was definitely in my time.
Yeah,
I know. A lot of big stuff in my time.
Yeah. Anyway, what do we got down here? Look, Topwater Tony. Where we go? Did we lose a bunch of people? Did it go way down?
Tony's back?
No, we lost a bunch of.
Wait a minute.
How did it go over?
I think somebody's been having a conversation while we weren't looking. Yes.
We're all the way back to the beginning. How did that happen? No, because they've
been having a conversation.
I understand, but these are the same comments that they had at the beginning. Yep.
No, scroll down. I think Tony and Steve's been having a conversation.
Well, Tony came back then.
Yeah.
The gas heater boys bringing. Okay, I guess so. Sorry. Top order Tony again comes back in first.
First what?
Oh.
Sorry, I mean,
look, 5 people.
Yeah,
5. Tony. Ha
ha. See, Steve says, "Oh, so how you doing?" He says, "Oh,
yeah, I see it now. Yeah.
They've been having a conversation with that.
So Tony came back. Tony, were you in between delivering pizzas? Are you delivering pizzas still, Tony?
It's the Gopher Digger show, they say.
Yeah, is that what? It's the old quick call the cops show. That's what it should be. No, them boys are back at it again, Myrtle. I hired Flip Phone wants more money. What? Oh,
we ain't paying him no more money. Still first.
He's on the couch now. So I always call and say, I want a double cheese, pepperoni sausage deluxe pizza delivered by Topwater. And they always go, what?
No, because you're calling the wrong store.
Because I'm calling McDonald's.
Oh.
Hey, Hardee's. We went to McDonald's a while back to get Dad a hamburger. He likes cheeseburger, meat, cheese, bun, nothing else. It was like $9 for that and fries and a drink at McDonald's. $9.
I know.
We went to Hardee's. We went to Hardee's, got a burger twice the size, twice the amount of cheese, just the way he likes it, with fries and a drink, $6. I'm just saying
those things ain't cheap anymore.
Well, we very rarely eat out, but we had been out all day doing all the appointments and running and stuff like that. And he has to have food for medication and stuff like that in his system. So we stopped, and I thought, we'll stop at Hardee's from now on. McDonald's is screwing up. So is Wendy's. Wendy's took an hour to get the hamburger. We waited and waited.
The Wendy's here in Huber is always awesome.
Is it really?
Oh, yeah. They're great place to go. Now, the Burger King on 202, don't. Yeah. Just don't.
Yeah.
You always get cold French fries. The burger is half cold. They hardly put anything on the burgers. Everything about the burger when you eat it is so dry that you have to drink something like after every bite.
Get it down. Yeah.
And the fries and everything, it's also dry. Yeah. That's why I love that. Canes, I go into Canes.
Oh, the Raising Canes, yeah.
It's like $10 or $10.50, I think, for the box.
But you get what you're paying for, right?
Oh, you get a bunch of French fries. You get like 4 sticks of chicken, and you get some coleslaw. You get a dip, and plus you get a large drink.
Well, that time we got chicken at KFC because we hadn't been out to or had KFC for honestly years.
Yeah.
One, I really shouldn't eat it. I pay for it, the pain and whatever. Yeah. But anyway, we went out to it for that to feed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of us.
Expensive.
But it wasn't as bad as it could have been.
Well,
it was 50-ish, whatever.
Yeah.
Normally, we would have been able to do that. In my head, I remember going up there all the time and feeding 8 people for $20 with the big whatever stuff. And it was quite a few years.
Of 6, so
right? So
we used to do that a lot.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I totally understand things with going up and stuff like that, but it's the prices like this, and the servings have gone down to
servings have gotten to be less.
That's okay. If we get well enough to handle it, we will have chickens and goats soon. See, we can do that out there.
Oh,
yeah. Problem is, Dad's going to want to keep them as pets. All those years on the farm with butchering and hunting and whatever for food and whatever stuff, he gets attached. Now he just can't.
Wendy's had to kill a cow for
Viva Hardee's. Dude, don't make me do math. Wendy's had to kill the cow first. Yeah. Don't kill the cow. How will we get our Frosties without a cow? That's all synthetic now. Frosties that don't have any dairy in it. But no. And for those of you that want to know, goat's milk is much better for you than cow's milk. They don't have the hormones and all of that. Your body processes it as far as liver enzymes and stuff. Your goat's milk, it has more good cholesterol than the bad cholesterol than regular milk does. So it goes, and you can milk a goat all day long, intervals of 2 hours to 4 hours apart, and get more milk out of it than a full-size cow that eats 3 times as much.
Wow.
Just saying.
Sounds like a no-brainer.
Yeah, it's just, and they don't kick your jaws off.
I ain't no farm boy.
It's
gonna kick me off.
It happens.
Yeah, well, not to me. Not to this little white boy.
it happens. They may not even pay attention to you. They might think you're just we can put one of those little cow suits on you. and they could think they think they're, oh, look, there's my calf. Meh, meh.
Would anybody try and milk me?
Oh man, I gotta go. We gotta go. All right, thanks, guys. I appreciate. He's looking for an out all the time. Again, I'm here. Here's the gutter. He's down here.
It's so fun down there.
Yeah, it is fun.
At least in my own mind.
I want to thank everybody for putting up with all of this. We
just went and did.
We went whatever and stuff.
We just did it.
I actually had the hour.
When was the last time you had that many people watching?
5. I've had a little bit more than that, but it's been a long time.
Our live news.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
Our live feeds.
Yep.
That's usually
well, I never put out there when I'm going to do it because I never honestly know when I have. I mean, because I could advertise, hey, you're going to go live at 5 tonight, and then something happened and I couldn't show up. So it's the same way with all the car shows, coming over here to do work, doing whatever. I don't know. I can get a phone call. I got to go. I'm
kind of the same way.
Yeah. Well, yeah. For your yeah. You don't usually have to worry about your guys laying in the middle of the floor foaming at the mouth, though. No. Not usually. Not until after the ride.
Because I got a sick cat.
Oh yeah. The cats are doing good. Hootie's ruling the roost, basically. So that's good. Awesome, I don't know where he's at. He was in here earlier doing flips. He would run, grab the door, flip over his arms, lay back there for just a second, then jump up and run back down the hallway.
He's all I can say is I can watch him every hour of the day.
I'm telling you to
always a hoot.
Turn the camera on.
Today, I wish I would have had it just rolling the whole time because he did some funky stuff earlier today.
He will get running down the hallway,
doing some weird flips in the air and everything. And it's like there's no other cats around. There's no people. It was nothing. It was all in his head.
He's your cat, I'm telling you. He was just meant to be. He really he was meant to be. So all right, I've got to go. I've got to get it going. What, Tony Cat's in the cradle? Now he's stealing songs.
Super Scuba Cat.
What? Super Scuba Cat. Here we go. All right, got to go, guys. I appreciate it. Thanks for everybody following along. I don't know how to end this without stuff like that.
You're my heroes.
Okay. See ya.
Bye-bye.
Wait a minute. Where's the oh, there it is.
Oh, there it is.
So we click this button.
It's the big red button.
Yep. And then we click
end
this button. See ya.